Hello, grade 2. How are you doing today? Today is Wednesday, May 6, 2020, 5-6-20. You have a story to read in your Bible storybook about the new temple and a new wall. You'd find those stories also in the books of Ezra and Nehemiah. How's it going on your packet? And make sure you've read your hardcover reading book story of the African American inventors. Epic read for today and an AR test on that. We have lesson 131 today, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. You also will need 130-2. It's a multiplication table, okay? So grab that to do with math today. Your habitats page, oh, I didn't bring that one handy, but your habitats page is due today. Make sure you're working on your junior park ranger packets. And then we start a new social studies page today called goods and services. That is due on Friday. So read through it as you can on Studies Weekly as well, so you can watch the videos, read through it, and then there's some work to do on the back to send me a picture of on Friday, okay? Alrighty. So the first thing I want to talk about is a little bit about our lesson for 131. And our lesson today is talking about mass and weighing things in the metric system of grams and kilograms. You may have noticed when you go to the doctor's office now, when they weigh you, your weight is in kilograms, not in pounds and ounces like it used to be years ago, or when I was little. That would be a way long time ago, right? And we have to remember, I think we forget that all other countries, in fact, use the metric system. We use the U.S. customary system, United States customary system, feet, inches, yards, miles, the pounds and ounces, and in the other countries, they use grams and kilograms. So how much is a gram? About how much does it weigh? Well, if you take a dollar bill, that's about how much a gram weighs. It's not very heavy, okay? I know you have seen the third or fourth graders hardcover math book. That's about a kilogram. Okay, so again, it's much heavier than the dollar bill, but sometimes I think we think that a kilogram is going to be a lot. Okay, now you would have to have 1,000 $1 bills. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? To equal this this math book of 1 kilogram. But it's not as heavy as a car or that kind of thing, right? Okay, so something to think about, all right, is those kinds of measurements. So that gives you an idea of how much a gram weighs and how much a kilogram weighs. So then I have a question for you. If a $1 bill weighs 1 kilogram, how much would a $10 bill weigh? Trick question. 1 gram, excuse me. It ran away. It went flying out of my hand. I'm back. It's the same size and the same shape and the same weight. It just has a different value. So the weight of it is the same. A $10 bill and a $1 bill and a $100 bill, they would all equal 1 gram. Okay? Alrighty, so that's measurement in the metric system for mass. Alrighty, so now we're going to do our multiplication table. So if you would please grab a pencil and your worksheet 130-2, and let's work together. I'm going to turn to my other camera, and we are going to fill this little chart out, okay? A multiplication table. So please put your name on top. Sometimes you folks are forgetting your names on your papers, and even though you're sending them to me in photographs, please make sure your name is on everything. So when we do a multiplication table, this is different than what we were doing yesterday, and that's one of the reasons why I saved this for today. This is not a hundreds chart where we were filling in counting by a certain number. This is a multiplication table where you're going to have the rows and columns meet and say what that answer is. Now, you know what everything is times 0, right? 0 times 0 is 0, so we fill that in. 0 times 1, or 1 times 0, is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. And 9 times 0 is 0. Now we're going to do the same going across this row. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 8 is 0. And 0 times 9 is 0. All right, so you notice that it's where those two numbers meet, that's where you put your answer on a multiplication table. All right, next we're going to do times ones. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. Let's go down the column here. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Or we could say 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 1 is 6. 7 times 1 is 7. 8 times 1 is 8. And 9 times 1 is 9. Times 2's. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 9, 18. Now we'll go down. 3 times 2, 6. 4 times 2, 8. 5 times 2, 10. 6 times 2, 12. 7 times 2, 14. 8 times 2, 16. 9 times 2, 18. All right, how are we doing? Can you see everything okay? All right, times threes are next. These are all ones we know, aren't they? 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 9, 27. 4 times 3, 12. 5 times 3, 15. 6 times 3, 18. 7 times 3, 21. 8 times 3, 24. 9 times 3, 27. Don't you like how our boxes are getting smaller and smaller? Not so many numbers to write in. All right, let's do our times fours. And we already know 0 times 4 is 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. We're going to keep going now. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. Finish up our fours going down. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4, 36. Times fives. Do you see a pattern here? See a pattern there? 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. Finish out our row. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. Times 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. We haven't done those yet. But notice just like these are counting by counting by ones here, counting by twos, counting by threes, counting by fours, counting by fives. This one's going to be counting by sixes. 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So 6 times 6 is going to be 36. 6 times 7, 42. 8 times 6, 48. 9 times 6, 54. And we'll continue over here. 6 times 7, 42. 6 times 8, 48. 6 times 9, 54. We are almost done. 9 left to go. Times 7s. Again, counting by 7s. 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8, or 8 times 7, is 56. 9 times 7 is 63. 7 times 8, 56. 7 times 9, 63. Counting by 8s. 8, 16, 14, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 9 is 72. What's 8 times 9? 72. And 9 times 9? 81. Now we can also look. 1 times 9 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27. 4 times 9 is 36. 5 times 9 is 45. 6 times 9 is 54. 7 times 9 is 63. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 9 is 81. So a 100s chart, okay? And this can help you if you need to figure out what the answer is when you multiply two numbers. You go with the one side, 5 and 4. 5 times 4, 5. Go across to the 4 row. Answer is 20. Or the other way works too. 5 and down to the 4 row. The answer is 20. So either way, whether you go across and then down or down and across, you come up with the same answer. You have a multiplication chart that goes even further. I think it goes into the 20s in your assignment book. If you want to look in the back of your assignment book, you have an even larger multiplication table. Okay? All right, so there's your work for today. Send me a picture of that and also side B of lesson 131. And I'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for your hard work. Bye.